All right. Well, I guess we're live.
Yes, we are. How about that? It's in a countdown.
Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. Uh-oh. We got some feedback going on here.
Do I have it now?
That ain't you. Oh, there it is. So sacks, man.
Okay.
What did I do?
Nothing.
Oh. I was sitting here waiting for y'all to talk. I was like, okay.
Oh, we just come on here to hang out. So good evening, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. I'm hoping this weather dodges here, but it may not. It's supposed to be here any minute, but we'll see. No big deal. Whatever. Might have a little rainy background, but it's not a problem. We'll make it through it. So we'll give it just a minute, let everybody get in here. Looks like we got a pretty good showing on here already. And I almost forgot that my camera was on. I almost pulled my mask down, so that would have been great. But
Yeah,
anyway.
that could have been a problem.
I'm almost at the point where I don't give a shit anymore anyway. Almost. We'll see. Of course, I don't want to scare everybody out there in the real world anyway with this handsome mug. So,
You got to do.
everybody, we've got a lot of news that we're going to be putting out. A lot of it you've probably already seen. Some of it you may not have. One thing before we get into this, I did see that Illinois passed a gun ban. Did you see that?
Did they actually pass it or were they proposing it?
I think they voted it through.
Of course they did. Good old PRI.
Let me look it up and confirm.
Yeah, your buddy David Hogg was on the Twitterverse talking about
That's pole smoking piece of shit.
yeah. That is a worthless human being.
He is. He's another opportunist. That's all he is. I could go into a whole diatribe about that fucktard from that whole shooting at his high school, but I'm not going to do that.
I mean, you got to give it to the guy. He really did. I mean, the entrepreneurial, spirit in Mr. Hogg, making money off of this thing is.
Oh yeah, he's getting paid. He'll be a politician before it's over with.
Exactly.
He'll be the VP that runs with Buttigieg next.
So here's one thing about it though. It does say that Illinois bans semi-automatic gun sales. They do expect to have legal challenges on that. Of course you will, right?
Yeah, I'm looking at something on it right now.
Then it also says that many sheriff's departments are already stating that they refuse to enforce that.
What's saying here, if you've got gun owners who own guns on the list may keep them under the new law, but must register them with the Illinois State Police by Jan 1, 2024.
Oh, right. No.
Anyone who fails to register it will be charged with a Class 2 felony.
Yep, and they just can't sell anymore.
I just see shit like this blows my mind. And you saw where New York, since they can't get the guns banned, I guess, the way they would like, that they were going to make it where I think the deal is 20 rounds over the course of so many months. If you buy more than that, you're charged with a Class 1 felony.
So they're going to charge people with felonies for purchasing ammo.
I think. Now, I'm not 100% positive. I want to say somebody posted that earlier today and I read it. Hold on, let me see. I want to verify that before I say that's true. But yeah, they were going to propose
Yeah, it says they signed the bill.
And PRI.
Yep, Illinois. Hillbilly's correct. There's a lot of counties that's already saying they're not enforcing it. So that's good. That's good. Like we've told people a million times before, the sheriff is your strongest point of contact in your area.
Well, that'd be great if the sheriff in my area wasn't one that I can't say it flagged. He got elected by default. So we'll just leave it at that.
Well, I'm pretty sure that there's going to be, lawsuits and everything.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So, and I hope so. I hope everybody fights for their right to own a semi-automatic weapon. I mean, we're not talking full automatic. We're talking like your standard handguns. Many of your shotguns.
Sure.
Your AR style platforms. I mean, it's crazy.
Well, the whole thing is that this is more liberal logic. If we can't get them one way, we'll get them another. It's just like when they were talking about, serial numbering casings on bullets, serial numbering the barrels. Anything they can do to impede or hinder the law-abiding citizen from having something. My thing is, okay, if you won't make it that difficult for my ass to have it or ban it, then your security detail better not have it either.
Exactly.
Period. I don't give a fuck who you are.
It better be black powder.
Yeah, it better be a fucking musket. And that's it. Don't be talking that shit about you do you. No. Fuck that. Going back to that thing I told you about New York, it was a bill, and the bill introduced as an act to amend the penal law last January is currently in committee. If passed, the ammunition purchased for assault weapons, notice assault weapons, which is anything that was made after 1822, will be limited to 2 times the weapon's capacity over a 120-day period, or about 4 months. Think about that. Now you're already in another PRI. This would be the PRNY or whatever. Yeah, tell him, Jay. I can hit a squirrel's nuts at 1,000 yards. So the thing about it is that means if you're limited to a 10-round magazine in a fucked up state like that, you only can buy 10 rounds for a 4-month period. You can't even go to the fucking range with it. So my question being, if they do that, how's that work on reloading?
Well, I mean, technically, if you've got 1,000 casings already at the house, I mean, that's a round, right?
Yeah, but
I mean, how are they going to monitor if you go on like Australia Arms and order 1,000 rounds of 5.56?
You can't order ammo into New York. I don't believe they're like Illinois and some of these other states where companies won't even ship the shit in there.
Yeah, so what you're saying is pretty much, when you go down to the street corner to pick up a bag of crack rock, you can get you 50 rounds of ammunition.
What I'm saying is you can make a road trip to the next state and pick up what you need there.
Now, keep in mind, YouTube, we're not condoning acts of illegal.
No. We're just showing the ignorance of the law.
What could happen?
Yeah, if somebody was wanting to do something illicitly, all they're going to do is go across the border to a friendly state and get a trunk full of ammo and take it back to the house. Now, if they were smart, they would reload because, reloading is what it is. I mean, it doesn't save you any money, but it gives you a shit ton of ammunition if you're proficient with it and have the primers and the brass and bullets. I mean, you can get it. The prices are finally coming down if you can find it. But to limit something like this is the whole death by 1,000 cuts. They can't get the guns because the Supreme Court said so. This is their other way to circumvent it. It's just like placing tax on ammunition sales and shit like that. And the way they're going to track it, Vanguard, you know this too, when they put that shit in about credit cards, put that code, see,
Yep.
that fucked everybody right there. So, the only way you can bypass that is using a prepaid card. Or again, criminals are going to find a way to do it, one way or the other. And that's just they're going to do it. We're not condoning that. We're just pointing out the facts. This is somebody trying to make political points because they're anti-gun, and the laws they're trying to pass only hinder the law-abiding citizen. Quintifus and Sung Chang that are busy having a gang war, they're not going to be worrying about where they're getting the ammo or how many fucking rounds it holds or anything else. They're going to go get their fucking Draco from where their thug buddies out of the trunk of a car and pay whatever the black market price is for it, get a couple of fucking banana clips and do a drive-by and tear some shit up. That law is going to be useless. But you're still going to have people fucking dead or seriously injured or maimed behind this bullshit because fucking common people aren't going to be able to protect themselves. They're supposed to call fucking NYPD to handle shit.
Or a caseworker.
Oh, yeah, don't forget the caseworkers. Them fuckers, boy, they're where the rubber meets the ground, buddy. They hit the ground running every day. That's what I want to show up when I'm having a civil dispute, people killing each other. Send a fucking psychologist. Get that shit handled right there. Holding hands and singing Kumbaya will stop a fucking mass shooting every time. Tell me if I'm wrong.
Y'all calm down. I got a clipboard. Oh my God.
Just saying.
It's just it's a shit show, man, and it's continuing. And
yeah,
the thing is all this stuff's just popping up, and people don't even know about it until it's too damn late.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just look at all the shady shit they've introduced against the Second Amendment. They lost their shit when the Supreme Court said, "No, you can't do this." So now they're trying to come and all this. They're throwing anything they can at the wall, hoping something sticks. And they know that if they pass something that isn't legal, they can at least put it in place long enough to cause a problem. I mean, let's take the state of Illinois, for instance, the great PRI. You have to have a fucking FOID card to look at a fucking gun. So if you walk in a Dick's Sporting Goods, God forbid you walk in a Dick's, but if you do, and you say, "Hey, I'd like to see that 22 Magnum." Do you have your FOID card? What the fuck's the FOID card? I'm sorry, you can't look at it, sir. Okay, you gotta have a card just to look at the motherfucker. Then you gotta have the card to buy ammo, buy a firearm, anything. Now, if you want to conceal carry in the PRI, you gotta donate a left nut, 3 blood samples, and a urine sample, and pay homage to whatever god they worship, because you're gonna catch hell getting a permit in that state. Furthermore, the way they write their fucking law, if you go and do the research, they make you paranoid to fucking try and defend yourself, because they want you to know every fucking legal aspect that can blow up on you should you have to defend yourself and take another person's life. Nothing about do your shit and protect your family. Well, you could face this, and this, and be charged with this, and this. They scare the living shit out of you.
Yeah, that's why if you live in a state that is not Castle Doctrine, you need to get the hell out.
Oh, it's not Castle Doctrine. Not unless you're open the fucking door letting them have your castle. No.
Well, you know what I'm saying.
The PRI is fucked up. And New York's the same way. California's that way. Now, in defense of California, It's not the state itself that's fucked up. It's the major urban areas where they have the bulk of the votes. You get out away from like LA or San Francisco or whatever and get out in the hills, the people are just like us. They're like, this is fucked up. But again, you let these urban centers of shitheads dominate the voting. And so they keep voting in these stupid ass laws and restricting people's rights. They think that they can all stand around and sing Kumbaya, and whichever fucking police unit is going to show up and save their ass in their time of need. The only ass they're going to save is they might prosecute the motherfucker if they catch him after they killed him. Because by the time law enforcement gets there, your window of opportunity of protecting you and your family or whatever the fuck you're trying to protect is gone down the street and hopped on the fucking Amtrak. You missed your opportunity. You're completely at the fucking mercy of whoever's coming through that door. There's going to be a bunch of fucking homicide detectives there saying, well, gee, looks like he tried to fight him, but yeah, he took 2 to the chest, and the coroner says he passed exactly 30 minutes ago, and I don't think you know fucking good.
Okay. Can I say one thing? First off, we all saw this coming. We all saw it coming. Why the hell have we not prepared ahead of time? Why the hell are we now scrambling? Because all of these states are passing unconstitutional freaking laws, bills. Why the hell are we just now starting to do this shit? Did we think that it would not come to this?
No, we've been calling it.
Yeah, I mean,
Exactly. And I laughed, Vanguard. I'm sorry. 1,000 rounds is not enough. I'm sorry. That's a joke.
Well, you know,
If you
1,000 rounds is a good weekend amount.
Yeah, exactly. Right. It is a start. But yeah, people, if you cannot defend at the very minimum, if you cannot defend your family, you're fucked. Plain and simple. And I don't know how many of you guys really know me, but every weekend, me and my family, we go to the range and we do tactical training and we do CBQ training, and we do this. Me, my daughter, my son, and my wife all do this. There's a reason behind it. These people want to exterminate anybody that believes in freedom. They want to I might have said too much.
No,
not yet.
I worry about it because on my channel, I just let it loose and whatever FuckTube does, they do. But yeah, guys, get out there, get your bullets, get your Band-Aids, get your beans. Make sure that you're ready because it's going to come. It's going to come. And it's not something I want to come because like I've said in our other place, I don't know how y'all guys call it or whatever, but they're going to come.
You can call it what you want. I mean, we're open about it.
Okay. Over on Signal. Is it Signal?
Yeah.
Signal. Yeah. They're going to come. If you're not prepared for what's coming, and it's evident that it's coming. I mean, we've had what, 4 years? I think it's 4 years now that we've seen that all of this stuff is taking place, and a lot of people are not ready mentally, physically, or spiritually
No.
for
they're not.
what's going to happen. And it's inevitable. It's inevitable.
Yeah, and I mean, it didn't happen overnight.
No.
Oh God, no. It's been happening. In all honesty, it's been happening since the 70s. Well, maybe
Since the 70s,
60s.
but ramped up during Reagan's era after the assassination.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, Saxman. Oh, wait a minute. That ain't
Really
Saxman.
ramped up after.
Yeah, it is. I was thinking it was Demon there for a minute, but it's Saxman. Sorry. But yeah, I'm just saying. Life is about to get hard for a lot of people if they are not ready. And that goes again for physically, spiritually, and mentally. And people are like, well, what do you mean mentally? Well, have you ever taken a life? Do you not know what that does to your mental state of mind, knowing that you took somebody, you literally killed somebody else? It's not that easy. You live with it day after day. You go to sleep, they are there. They're like demons, ghosts. Yes, they meant to kill you, but at the same time, any good person is not going to be able to sleep good at night without that individual coming and haunting your dreams.
Well, the thing is, there's a few of us here. Well, maybe all of us. We all hold on to the hope that something doesn't fracture this country. Does it look like that's where it's headed? I might have to say, yeah, pretty much. But every now and then there's a glimmer of hope. I hope it doesn't come to some kind of civil unrest or conflict or whatever. I truly do. I pray that it doesn't, because I don't want to see my kids and grandkids have to see that, to witness that. In my case, I'm not. I would rather me be the one that has to face it or deal with it than them have to.
Facts.
But it's not something to be taken lightly. This isn't fucking Call of Duty or Grand Theft Auto. This is real shit. There's no fucking respawn. There's no, rebooting, starting over. I mean, you're talking about real combat, death. That's not how it works, guys. This isn't, it's not a video game. And I just don't
think
know.
a lot of them, I think a lot of them do not realize that.
No, they don't.
I mean, think about it. Most of these people are like on that Call of Duty and whatever video game that has got them entranced hours on end every day. Yeah, they think that's what it is, and that is far from the truth.
Well, I mean, kind of deviating off this, well, I guess it's kind of related. Did everybody see where the Army has changed their enlistment guidelines?
I did.
Because they can't meet the enlistment requirement, enlistment window, or whatever you want to call it.
Can I give you my opinion on that?
Sure.
They're enlisting cannon fodder.
Well, I mean, the thing is, and this is not against. Look, I've never served a day in my life. Let me make that clear. I'm not a veteran. I have nothing but respect for people who have served. Okay.
Same here.
But that being said, when you lower the requirement to people who don't have the aptitude that's set, or they can't meet the physical requirements, you're kind of playing with fire. Because, okay, let's say you get this Gen 2 warrior in there. I don't know what else to call them. You get a whole fucking battalion of these guys, you put them in the shit. How do you think they're going to perform? Are you saying that you're bringing them in, you're going to let them enlist and then whip them into shape? Think this
Not
through.
possible. It's not possible. It's not possible.
And if they're not the sharpest crayon in the box, you're going to have them operating $1 million pieces of machinery? You want this son of a bitch guiding in an F-18 as it's landed on the damn Ronald Reagan? Help me to understand.
Nah, it'll be infantry and Marines, man.
Well, we're talking about Army. I mean, I'm saying if the Army's doing it, then does that mean the Navy and the damn, well, the Air Force won't? The Air Force is kind of picky, or at least
Yeah, Air Force is picky.
The Air Force is picky. Yes.
But I'm saying, come on. It seems to me command ought to be looking at, well, why are we not getting the recruitment numbers we need?
Well, I mean, T, you already seen that they can't call them by their pronouns already. They got, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's them or they now in the military. When they get off the bus, that drill sergeant, and I seen a video on this and it was pathetic. I'll call it like it is. So when they get off the bus now, they're clapping for them and, let's go, let's go, let's go. They're not allowed to yell at them or anything.
What the hell?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Fear of God's what whips people in and gets their shit together.
No. Well, people, they misunderstand the reason for the yelling, for the reason for the stressful situation. It's because you need to act as you are told, regardless of what's going on around you. And they're missing the point.
Yeah, exactly.
They're not there to hurt your feelings. Fuck your feelings. When you're out on a battlefield, you don't get to run up to some fucking guy that's across the fucking sand shooting at you and say, hey, don't do that. That's not nice. I'm going to go over here and sit in my safe spot and hold up this fucking card that says you can't shoot me.
They don't even have to run their freaking 5-mile ruck.
I'm sorry. I don't, again, no disrespect to any folks that served or serving. I'm just saying, I don't get it.
They know. It's a different age.
They know. Yeah, I agree. They know.
I mean, it's just like Life Freedom said, when you're in war, you're in the shit. He's absolutely right, I'm sure. You can't, it's one thing to have to meet the criteria to be enlisted or an officer or wherever the hell you are and to go into the shit. It's another thing to be subpar and go into the shit. Because in my eyes, if that was to happen, you're endangering anybody else in your regiment, your unit, whatever. Because if you can't pull the water across the finish line, you're the weak link in the chain.
Facts.
I mean, tell me if I'm wrong.
No, spot on.
Well, here's a question for you, Absentee. I know that you're well versed in history. What did soldiers do in Vietnam when you put the company in danger?
Well, I'm not familiar with a lot of Vietnam because I didn't do a lot of studying into it. But you can teach me. How about that?
Okay. Well, if you put the company in danger while y'all are out on freaking field exercise and whatever, you might end up with one in the back of the head, and it was a sniper round took you out.
Yeah, because
If you can't trust them, then why the hell are you here? Let's get somebody else.
well, that's what I'm
Maybe
saying.
we can trust them.
When you're neck deep in the shit, your most important people is who the guy to the right or the guy to the left of you. That's your family. That's who's got your fucking back. That and God. So why would you? I mean, I think of it from my point of view. If I was in a situation and shit was popping off, I do not want to be a hindrance to my fellow people, my fellow patriots or whoever. If I can't pull my own weight, I don't want to be there with you because I'm going to get one of y'all hurt or killed.
And that's me being a almost 50-year-old man, out of shape, can't do my 5-mile ruck. I'd rather be up there to be cannon fodder.
Well,
Let me take out as many in the front line as I can, so that the ones that are in better shape and not as old can handle business.
I get it.
Yeah. This administration is killing this country, plain and simple, from all aspects: economical, financial. You know what I'm saying? They want to destroy this country. I don't get it, though. I don't get it.
One thing I'll point out to you, whether you're 50, 40, 30, whatever, whether you're out of shape, whether you can't ruck, I'm here to tell you, if the shit ever goes sideways, you're going to get back in shape.
Oh, God, right. Yeah.
You're either going to get back in shape or you're going to be a corpse. It's going to be one or the other, because you're going to be on a whole different diet.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
You may have to hunt what you eat. Furthermore, you're going to spend a lot of time moving from point A to point B to point wherever the fuck, because you might be in a situation where you're having to duck and cover. That tends to burn pounds and get shit in shape really fast. Just saying.
Right. If you can't trust your team, you can't trust yourself. Huh.
True.
Yeah. That's Yeah.
That's it. Well, we got down rabbit hole, Vanguard. It's all yours, brother.
No. Hey, I started that one with the Illinois gun ban, man. I mean, so y'all want to talk about Saxman's president?
I think we should. Let's keep
Saxman's
everything.
Reagan's dead, man.
Well,
He went to go see Jesus a long time ago.
well, if y'all want to get your
That's
hands
Jay's
on
president.
if you want to get your hands on some classified documents, you can run on over to Scranton. Get what you need.
Bring a Target bag of underwear.
Right.
Private message me if you need to know what kind, and bring some ice cream. And I mean, he's got a laser printer right there. He can scan that shit and just print it out for you.
He's
So-
got popsicles in the basement.
So this is what we're dealing with this classified documents. So you had SWAT roll in on President Trump, right? In Mar-a-Lago.
No, it wasn't SWAT. It was FBI.
It was every fucking body. Any damn alphabet agency they could find that had a boat or a
Yeah.
car, they sent them.
So they rolled in there, deep, right?
Mm-hmm.
And all of his shit was under lock and key,
Mm-hmm.
right? Now, they just found some stuff in an office that's no longer used. by
Except
Biden,
for the Chinese.
right? And then they just found some more documents in his garage over next to his 7 miles per gallon Corvette.
Wait a minute. You mean to tell me he doesn't have a hybrid?
No.
Shame on him.
Wait a minute. His Corvette's a split window too, ain't it? 63?
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice.
I bet it spends more time in the body shop now as of late when he drives it.
Probably getting piss stains out of that seat.
I bet he fucks up some mirrors and some drive-throughs at damn 31 flavors.
Right?
I'm not gonna lie. I wish I had that fucking. I wish I had that damn Corvette. I ain't gonna lie.
There you go. Mama D got it. His
His
gas
gas
stove's a
stove.
hybrid.
So here's the thing, right? So they roll in with the alphabet agencies to President Trump's house, right? For documents that are under lock and key, right? This one, they just send whoever normally gets their fucking coffee over there to get it, and just roll in there. Oh, well, here's a box of shit right here. Looks like it might be important. The thing is, they found these documents, in the fall of last year?
They found them before the midterms. Yes.
So they found the first set in the fall, and then they found the last set in November.
Okay, well here I gotta ask this question because I know everybody here is burning in the back of their mind too. When the ATF or the NSA or the FBI, the damn IRS, whichever bunch of bungling fucktards went in Mar-a-Lago into his wife's lingerie.
Underwear. Mhm.
They were trying on her damn underwear.
Okay, what I want to know is what was the order exactly for them to go through the thongs and bras?
That was
Were they looking for microfilm? Was it a USB drive that might have been shoved somewhere it wasn't supposed to be? I mean, I just want to know. Let me know that because I want to know.
Think about it, T.
Come on, man.
Think about it. Who would add an extra ambient onto an order to pick up panties and bring them back?
I got that, but she seems like a little bit old for it. Just saying.
Hey, can I interject for a minute because I just got to. Palmetto, get your ass up here, heifer.
Damn.
Yeah, I called you
I'm
out.
going to stand back and get me some popcorn. This is going to be fun.
I like going rounds with her. Anyway, but no, at the same time, man, why did they even go through Byron's shit? Really? Do you think that Trump is that sick of an individual to hide shit in Byron's room?
Brother, don't you remember when they were trying to say he flew somewhere over to fucking Russia and pissed on somebody's bed because it was where Obama slept or some shit? They think there must be a bunch of fucking Democrat fucktards in some kind of think tank that are doing shrooms and eating Hot Pockets 24/7, coming up with this crazy shit.
And people are eating this. They freaking believe this shit. But yet we've got freaking a man that is proven that he wants to destroy this country. And no, it might not be him. It might be his puppeteers. But really? The country did the best it ever could when Trump was in office. And now we are at the lowest that we possibly could be at.
Well, bro,
I mean, we've got.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're good. You're good. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Our country's so fucked up right now. They're trying to find a way to ban gas stoves.
Gas stoves. Exactly.
We got people coming across the border to kill shit.
I'm
and
actually
infiltrate.
I'm
But we're
actually
worried about your gas stove. What
I'm
the fuck?
I'm actually amazed that they're not doing gas logs as well.
Give them time.
Right?
I mean, they want us to eat crickets instead of cows because of cow farts. I mean, why not?
Crickets and worms.
I'll start eating fucking
And people
cow farts
believe
like
that
this.
and people believe that we're freaking insane, that we're freaking just a bunch of conspiracy theorists. But guess what? In the past 10 years, our conspiracies have come true.
Well, just
Go
be careful
figure
what
that
conspiracy
out.
You list.
It's insane. What the fuck? How tastes like drink?
I believe it, brother. I don't want to eat fish bait. I'm just saying. If it comes down to that, I'm going after the tree bark. I think I can figure out how to prepare it. I'll
Oh,
pretend to eat
Jesus.
turkey or some shit.
Oh, my God.
But okay, but we've talked about them investigating Biden. The thing that really got my attention today, and correct me if I'm wrong, but did not see a headline where Garland is the one opening up the investigation on him. Merrick Garland, the same fucktard in the DOJ that is completely worthless and has been weaponized by the DNC.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
Man, when
that
got my nation off.
what?
Them piss Patriot Nation off.
Okay, well, hey, tell it like it is, brother.
You know what that emoji
Hell,
means?
bring Patriot Nation up here. Shit.
I doubt it.
No, are you serious?
Gray man.
No,
Well,
I got you. I got you.
Here's what I'm gonna say. Okay, with Garland now coming out and saying he's setting up an investigation into Biden, doesn't that raise some questions? Remember we talked the other night about, I personally don't see the bed shitter running for re-election. He may think he's going to. I just don't see it happening.
Well, in my mind, and well, Mama D, a lot of people that really know me, yeah, I'm a rabbit hole dweller and a conspiracy theorist and all of this shit, but no, that don't surprise me at all. At all. I think this is part of the agenda.
Yeah, I think this is to open the door to get him the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
This is the beginning of the end for him, rather than just outright trying to oust him. I think what they're going to do is they're going to pile on and make it such a media headache for him that if he doesn't stroke out in the process, they're going to say, look, Joe, here's what we need you to do. So you can you can go ahead and retire, enjoy what you've done, take the spotlight off you and your family and your son and his trials he's had in the past with drugs and this, that, and the other. Let's do this. This will be better for you and your family. Okay. And it'll probably be about the same time he gets a shock treatment. So he'll be game for it. So when that happens, now what you got to wonder is, who are they grooming to put in place? I'm still in the Hitler camp. Okay. I don't want her to get elected, but I still think that she's got aspirations.
No.
And I think the way they'll spin it, I've said this before, is It's time for a woman in the White House.
I'm gonna have to. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to disagree. I really am, because I think her shell casing's already spent. Just saying.
Well,
I think
maybe.
it's going to be somebody far worse.
Well, but she could be another one-hit wonder too. I mean, they could think about this. Think about this. You know, I know me and you had a talk earlier. What if they were to put her on the ticket as the president and bring Gavin Newsom as their VP?
Fuck.
Ooh.
Yeah, you went straight to the bottom of the barrel on that one.
Hey, brother.
Yeah,
that's what I do.
yeah.
I'm playing devil's advocate here. Think about that. Nah, well, Michelle Obama would be another one too. Boy, that would be like the triumvirate of hatred right there.
God, it'd be like watching The View, every night.
Oh my God, she'd have all the. Oh, wait a minute. I don't know that I can say that.
No, if they
I
bring
need to
her
keep my
in,
mouth shut.
I don't know if Michelle Obama. I mean, it's possible.
Well,
I think they've already played the race card. Now,
well, you got to think though. You got to think. Now, if she goes in, she'll be going on that Obama name, and a lot of people voted for Obama now. Not as many. Not as many that voted for Biden, but a lot.
Well, we know how the Biden thing transpired.
Well,
I'm just saying. I mean,
yeah, there was a lot of voting that took place, monumental voting.
I mean, I think that guy will get a lot of votes.
I think Michelle, he's got a chance too.
Well,
and I did say,
hey,
I heard
Vanguard, pop Palmetto's last comment up, please, sir.
She don't want no smoke.
Are you gonna cower down and not come up here and say your piece? So there you go. Are you being a coward?
She's eating a tofu corn dog right now.
Get her.
Damn, Jay.
I'm just gonna sit back because we're gonna start hearing shit popping off.
Oh well, it's gonna pop off. I mean, it's got to pop off. People have to start realizing that there are people that are serious about their beliefs.
Sure, I agree, but see, here's the thing. Oh hell, here we go. You see that, Vanguard? He's gonna piss her off. This is the popping off I'm talking about.
Good.
You're about to get the
I dropped the link. I love it. I love it. I love it.
You know what's good though? I got
What?
control of the mute button.
Get her up here. Hey, this is my Carolina freaking sister now. Oh,
And she ain't in yet. We'll see.
no, she'll be here shortly. But the thing that bothers me the most, is people are just watching the news, watching mainstream media, and not doing their own research. They're being told, this is how it is. This is how it is. This is how. No, go do your research, people. Research. First off, research who owns that media corporation that you're listening to. 9 times out of 10, it's George Soros.
well, sure. That
Okay.
Nazi piece of shit's got his hands in everything.
Everything. Again, go back and oh fuck. Anyway,
You know, just one second here. You hear all these people bitching and moaning about, you're anti-Semitic, you're racist, you're this, you're that. Okay. What I find ironic is they're perfectly cool with a former Nazi who has been on record and said that some of his best memories are when he was turning fucking people into the Nazis to get them caught, shot, executed, in prison, whatever, as a kid.
Oh, I saw that. Oh, yes, yes.
You're going to tell me because I don't agree with whatever fucked up woke ideology that I'm the problem. And you're letting this sick, rich son of a bitch basically control everything. He's meddling in everything.
Everything. Yes. So here's another thing. Okay. Racism. Racism is a big thing in the United States. Am I wrong?
The only racism I see is against white people.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold your tongue, Palmetto.
ZFG
All right.
YouTube.
Racism is only here because the race baiting fucktards keep it alive. That's how they make their money. That's how they stir up the ignorant masses. It's easier to tell a class of people that they can't achieve shit because of another class of people rather than telling them, hey, go fix your fucking culture and what you're doing so you can succeed.
I mean, they have all that money from BLM. Why aren't they building up the communities? That's right, because the powers that be in BLM bought themselves mansions and Escalades and 40s and Fetty Wap shit.
I think they all, makes tent cities on the damn mansions for all these folks that are supporting them, don't you?
I will tell.
But wait a minute. It's okay for the white man to be called a hick, a redneck, a honky.
They call me whatever they want. That shit rolls off my back.
Mine too.
Exactly. Why? How were you raised?
Well, I was raised just like everybody else. Now, I had
words don't matter.
I had family members that had issues with anybody of a different complexion.
I'm gonna tell you right now. It's facts. Look it up. Write it down. Do your research. Black people and white people are raised totally differently.
Yep.
Call it what you want. It's true.
Well, here, okay. Yep. She's correct.
I think that's regional too, though.
Well, but I also know some folks of different complexions that don't raise their kids to be a bunch of fucktards. Don't raise their family that way, and they weren't raised that way.
That is correct.
And, one is a dyed-in-the-wool liberal, and one's a closet Republican. Right?
Keyword, closet.
Well, yeah. I'm going to say he's a closet in certain circumstances. And the reason I think that is because in that culture, if you are not on the plantation, you're an Uncle Tom or you're this or you're that. So he's got to do it for self-preservation. I get it.
There you go, Uncle Tom. That was the one that I did not want to say because, well.
She was spot on with that comment.
I'm not doing anything for self-preservation. Yes, self-sufficiency to be who I am and not hurt somebody's feelings. Fuck that. Anybody that knows me knows I'm going to tell you how I feel.
Exactly. And don't give two fucks how you feel about
it.
Well, but see, here's the thing. The new generation that's at the forefront now, whining and bitching about everything, pink hair and the nose ring. It's all about, well, that might be offensive. Well, okay. But you think you can spout off some dumb shit like we don't need farmers, we have Walmarts.
Really?
and we're supposed to say, "Damn, that's smart." The point I'm making is people have lost sight of, yes, you have the right to say anything you want to say, but what you need to understand is there are repercussions for certain things you say if you say them to the wrong person.
Consequences to
Facts.
which Gen Z knows nothing about.
Nope. That's they want to run to a
Facts.
safe space, get their latte in a hot pocket, and you don't say another word to them.
Right.
Facts.
No repercussions. There's consequences to actions, good and bad.
Nope.
And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm at the point where it's not conservative versus liberal to an extent. It's not black versus white. There's not going to be a civil war in that aspect, I don't think. It's good versus evil. If you are bad and black, I'm going to fight against you. If you're bad and you're white, I'm going to fight against you.
Sure.
It's good versus evil, and good's going to win out.
Well, but the problem is, Palmetto, that you say you don't think there'll be a racial aspect. Here's where I've got my problem. I think what they're going to do.
No, wait a minute. I didn't say it.
She got bumped. What happened?
Oh, somebody kicked her out.
No, her and Sax Man dropped.
Oh man,
shit.
Palmetto left. See ya, bitch.
Oh, shit.
She'll be back, Jay.
Oh, she'll be back. She's gonna.
I bet you
give
she
you
doesn't.
hell.
Get in there and finish folding that laundry, woman.
Oh shit!
Damn.
Oh my, Sax,
is.
bro.
Who the
Bro.
While you're in there, cook me a corn dog.
who the fuck let Jay
Sax,
on?
bro, you're
Jay on.
fucked.
Who let Jay on?
Oh, wait a minute. Who's
Why are we letting the Boy Scouts on? This is a
Oh,
paper.
Jay's on.
What the 50 Shades of Hell is going on since I dropped out?
We were trying to figure out if there was a drone flying over your house and cut your transmission.
I don't know why Jay's on.
You know what? I'm
Mm.
glad you made that point onto that.
I got on here just because I haven't been on here for a while.
Okay, look at here. So
You sound like you still shitting Yeller, bro.
listen,
Just saying.
absentee. Listen.
Sure, not likely.
Okay, when freaking couple years ago, maybe longer than that, the libtards, they thought it would be
Come on,
fun.
T.
They
Step
thought-
in there.
They
I'm-
thought you see,
Oh man.
everybody remembered that.
You're cutting out. I didn't hear everything you were saying. I only heard
Really?
part.
No, me
Is-
either. Me
Everybody
either.
remembered
Oh, some bitch.
when Antifa.
Internet here sucks.
Jay, shut the hell up!
Somebody mute his ass.
Somebody mute his ass. Vanguard, please, sir. See, nobody wants you to talk, Jay. Let me finish. So you know how the libtards thought it was, cool to dox people.
Mhm.
And people rightfully so, not me, because I told them motherfuckers, dox me. I'll send you an 8x10 glossy at my address. Bring it. But okay, so Jay,
I think
so
you're cutting in and out, hon.
who's cutting in and out? Me?
You are, yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna
Keep going.
No, I'm just gonna shut up.
No,
Thank
keep
you.
going.
Jay,
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Don't matter, but you are cutting in and out. But
No,
keep
I don't
going.
I don't want to cut in and out, so go ahead.
You
Y'all
sissy. You sissy.
not a sissy.
Are you? I'm calling you a sissy because you're going to give up.
I know-
Really?
I know you're not new to the Patriot movement, but shut the hell up.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Bullshit. What do you mean?
Hillbilly. I know you're not new to the Patriot movement, but I'm trying to converse with T for a second about doxing.
Well, keep going.
I'm going.
Don't just shut up.
I'm going.
Oh my God, just go.
Okay, go to another subject. Just go to another subject because Jay is
No. Who cares about Jay? Somebody mute his ass.
Mute your ass.
All right, let's let Palmetto finish her thought, and then we can move on to where we're going to move on to. Fire away, Palmetto.
no, just
Choose a thought.
the way the
Keep
say,
going.
everybody, well, some of y'all, not because I don't know you, but y'all know how I feel. I'm a patriot. I consider myself a patriot before I consider myself a conservative or a Democrat. That's
More like a Democrat.
that doesn't even political affiliation doesn't even matter to me at this point. Yes, my values more so align with the conservative party, but I digress. So why have we allowed, okay, and that was my point about doxing. Why are we sitting back and allowing shit like doxing, like people running, like black people can say anything they want about white people, and we're just supposed to sit here and take it out, and nobody says anything. Why are we allowing this to go on in this country?
You want me to answer?
Yes, I do.
Okay. It's not a matter of we are allowing it. The problem is that you've got so many municipalities, law enforcement agencies, etc., infiltrated with a woke mindset. Their hands are tied. They're afraid to go out there and serve justice the way they've sworn to do it. Whether they're afraid for their job, their pension, got family to feed, whatever. I don't know. And again, I'm not throwing shade on anybody in law enforcement. I'm just saying I think this is just my opinion. That's why they're not out there enforcing the law like they should be, or going after them on the level they're coming after, say, conservatives, for instance, or patriots. I'm with you. I don't really consider myself a Republican or Democrat or an independent or whatever. This is not about political party anymore. This is about this country. This is about the very fiber of our country. And I think probably everybody here is a patriot to one degree or another, or they wouldn't be here. This isn't just comedy hour form. I mean, we do actually talk about some subjects that are important to everybody here. Does that make any sense to you, Palmetto, what I just said?
Yes, it does. But it's like people will ask me, oh my gosh, do you have to talk about current events every day? Do you have to speak out on this every day? And I'm like, all day, every day? What?
Yeah.
It's
because
like
it's people like them with their heads stuck in the fucking sand, they've allowed it to get where it is.
And it's
Well, their heads are stuck somewhere, at least.
It's like people don't care, or they don't care to get their hands messy. And
Well,
I can't for the life of me understand that.
Well, okay. Some people are in a position where, like, they may work in a job. Let's say they work in for a municipality, and if they speak out and are hardline like some of us are, that could directly impact them and their job.
But you know what? I'm willing to lose my job.
Okay, and I get that, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but I'm gonna play devil's advocate here so nobody hates me. Okay, but let's say you're on a job and you've been there 28 years. Okay, political scene's gone to shit. You work for a bunch of liberal retards that can't figure out their ass from a hole in the ground and cause more trouble than they get done. I mean, every idea they have is fucking retarded, and it makes your work 4 times as hard. You've got 2 years left to get your retirement, which is why you stayed there for 28 years in that shithole to begin with, getting subpar pay and subpar benefits, so you have something to retire on and move on to another career. So is it wrong for you to try and endure under the fucktards for 2 years? And then you can give them a finger.
That's a personal choice.
I understand, but I'm just saying, I'm just playing devil's advocate here. Okay. The person could bail.
Okay. All right. Hold on.
I say,
Okay.
wait, Hillbilly, let me just answer T. I say
Yes, ma'am.
anybody who puts their head in the sand and rolls over for whatever reason, I'm calling it what it is. Now the
Oh,
vaccine is
you
Yep.
just reinforced. You just reinforced me, sis. You just reinforced me.
now taking the vaccine. I understand some people it was lose your job or take it. I would not fault anybody for that. I wouldn't talk. I'm not faulting anybody for taking it if they weren't back to the wall. That's a personal choice.
Oh, but you changed it.
But
No, but you
anybody
changed
who
it.
puts their head in the sand and rolls over to be fat and happy sitting on their couch with their iPhone playing damn Tetris or whatever the fuck people play these days, Candy Crush, whatever. Anybody who is talking and running their mouth about, oh, I'm going to, if you ain't doing something and you're rolling over, I don't have no use for you.
Right.
No, no, I'm right there
Okay.
with you on that.
I don't care if you
Can
call yourself a patriot or not.
can I have now?
Yes, sir.
All right. First off, Palmetto, thank you. You opened you opened up a door for me to bring up this topic, but you actually took it to a different level. Um, I'm gonna ask something. Oh, wait a minute, he's gone. Are you serious? Are you? Oh, okay. I'm gonna ask something. Anybody know who Greg Kelly is?
Yes,
Uh-huh.
Okay. Anybody follow Greg Kelly?
I do here and there.
Really?
Yes.
Well, that's sad. Anybody realize that me and Greg Kelly used to have a YouTube channel together?
What?
Dead serious.
No, I did not.
Anybody realize that Greg Kelly turned on me and a bunch of freaking patriots
Well,
because
I'm gonna tell you right now, Newsmax. I have no use for Newsmax really.
Which Greg Kelly are we talking about?
supposedly the real Greg Kelly.
Okay, he's not talking about the same Greg Kelly you're talking about, Palmetto.
Okay, then I'm confused.
I know
Okay.
the Greg Kelly personally that he's talking about.
Okay, we're talking about two different ones than Hillbilly.
Yeah, Greg Kelly was in D.C.
Really?
There,
Really?
all of us.
All right. So I'm bringing this up for a reason. Me and Greg Kelly. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me back it up. There's two different Greg Kellys on YouTube. The real Greg Kelly. Me and the real Greg Kelly used to have a YouTube channel together. And then we wasn't making the amount of subscribers, money, which I don't even give a shit about that shit. Shit turned sideways, and all of a sudden, he wants to talk about me, and he wants to talk about a lot of the people that were watching, and then there's been people that are like, how do you say it? Infiltrators. And Ray Ranger, is it Ranger J? No, J. Ranger J. I hate that you got off so quickly, because in all honesty, dude, I've been watching, and you're over there on his channel talking him up and all this shit. And true patriotism is God, country, and family. Period. I don't give two shits What color your skin is, I don't give two shits. Who you are, I don't care where you came from. God, country, family. You don't turn on your own. A lot of the people that I associate with refuse to come over here to what I have found, Absentee, Vanguard, Palmetto, because of Greg Kelly. Greg Kelly is a snake in the grass. I don't have a problem saying it. I've been there. I've done it. If y'all want to really deep dive into my past, I have no problems giving it up to Palmetto, Vanguard, or Absentee and let them see who I am. But I'm telling you now, anybody that has anything to do with Greg Kelly is only here to create chaos. And I've sat back and I've watched, and I'm sorry if I'm wrong, Ranger J, or whatever the hell your name is. If I'm wrong, come up here and talk to me about it. But you're a snake in the grass as well, because snakes lie together, bro. That's my 2 cents.
Okay, fair enough.
I'd like to change the subject, and because I wanted to say this before Hillbilly, but
I'm sorry.
no, it's fine. No, it's fine. I was just going to make a comment about the what Patriot Nation said about the dog. You know, a dog can only get beat so long before he fights back. But let me be an absentee and be devil's advocate. What about that dog? And I'm sure many of you seen this analogy, but what about the dog that's on a long chain, and you know, every few days you go shorten that chain, you go shorten that chain until he doesn't know any better.
Mm-hmm.
He just thinks, okay, well, you know, I only have 6 inches to move instead of, 5 yards.
Yeah.
So
Well, it's
the dog's not always going to fight back. He goes with what he knows.
true, but it's kind of like the analogy of putting a frog in boiling water and slowly turn up the heat.
Right.
You know, Patriot Nation brings up a good point. Eventually, the rabbit will get too close. I mean, it depends on the situation, but I think everything has a breaking point.
Your freedoms are slowly taken away to that's all you know. So you go with the status quo.
Well, that's okay. You're absolutely right, but that's not for every generation, though, Palmetto. I mean, this latest generation of fucktards, yeah, for them, they think the Constitution and everything would be better off used as toilet paper because it's outdated.
It's racist. It's outdated.
They don't understand that all this bullshit going through their shallow minds is shit that's been put into them by the people who have taught them at the public schools, colleges, whatever. And I'm not knocking all public schools. There are some teachers out there actually trying to do their job. It's just they're rarer than hen's teeth and unicorn parts. The point I'm making is that they're not critical thinkers. So whatever you tell them, they run with it. Where our generation, we're saying, wait a fucking minute, don't you understand if you vote this shit out or vote this shit in, what it's going to affect for generations to come? We get it. But unfortunately, we're on the back end of the wrecking ball. I mean, there's going to be less of us than them eventually. And when that happens, look out.
But most of these events, if you had 1 ounce of common sense, I mean, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to know something don't feel right down in your soul of stuff that you're seeing. Or
Uh,
what?
I get it, but here's the thing: if your moral compass doesn't, if you've been told that certain things are right or certain things are wrong, and that's been drilled into your noodle, you're not going to have the same moral compass we've got.
Okay.
Bring fucking wooden paddle back into school. That'll straighten.
Wait a minute. But this kind of goes on what I'm talking about. Honestly. And damn it, Mama Bear, for freaking instilling me to be quiet and not overspeak people. But if you've got a snake in the grass, you are doomed from the beginning.
Just get a bigger snake.
Or chop his damn head off.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, look.
And then cook it up and eat it like they do on Naked and Afraid.
And if anybody wants to know about the snakes in the grass that we have found, please reach out to me and I can share it all. I'm telling you guys that the YouTube world is not all freaking rainbows and butterflies. Promise you. And I wish I had never gotten involved in it, to be honest with you. But the sad aspect is I really want to see people live and not fall to the freaking bullshit that has been pushed into their skulls.
Yeah. Sure. I'm there with you. Pray about it every night.
Exactly.
All right, Ozzy. Mr. Vanguard, drop the link. Come on.
Oh, I like Ozzy. I like Ozzy.
Ozzy's a good dude.
I'm not
I like
ignoring
Ozzy.
y'all. I've got a storm going on here, so it would sound like popcorn. So I just
And
You're good, bro.
Hillbilly, let me add that, I mean, you and I both have different experiences, different people.
Yes, ma'am.
I've been with Ranger J since AV broke off, and he's a good, solid dude.
Yeah, I have too, but I can bring up some videos that, personal attacks.
And I personally, I don't sit and watch YouTube videos a lot. I actually deleted my Twitter. I mean, I was up to like 900 followers, and I had so much shit flagged. And they said if I would take it down, they would reinstate me. I was like, fuck y'all. No, I'm taking shit. I'm not removing shit. Fuck
No,
y'all.
I get it. And if I'm wrong, in all honesty, if I'm wrong, and he really is not part of that little clique, because I can bring up this video where I was personally attacked, as well as some other people were personally attacked by this individual. Yeah, no. If you want to personally attack me, bring it to me. Don't put it on freaking showcase for everybody to see. You know, your opinion of me, I don't give two fucks about. But to put it on display for everybody, really, dude? You're a fucking piece of shit. And if you're following this piece of shit, then you're freaking brainwashed. Plain and simple. It's just my opinion.
Okay.
The dude only wants. I'm sorry. It's not my channel.
No. Just hold on a second. Apparently, I missed something.
Me too.
Who are we talking about?
Greg, the real Greg Kelly. I'm still on the real
We're
Greg Kelly.
Good now. I'm caught up.
All right.
Evening, how's everybody doing tonight?
Good evening, Ozzy.
I've been listening, but I was donating plasma and then driving. I couldn't say too much. But I want to go back, if I can, I want to go back a little bit when you were talking about like race and stuff like that. You know, I hear people all the time say, oh, I don't see it. Unfortunately, where I live, I do. A lot. My
But
area, smaller areas in Minnesota, they come off real nice, but people of different color, they're shit to them. Unfortunately.
and Ozzy, my point was, I'm not saying it doesn't happen on both sides,
Oh no, I understand that.
but we're living in a time where if one race does it, it's celebrated. Another race does it, you're a fucking Nazi.
Yeah, well, I know what you're saying.
Okay.
It's just
I didn't want.
I just wanted to share my experiences with it.
Right.
Because about 3 years ago, we had a colored family moving to town. We only have a couple.
Right.
We're in a small area. I know I was in the gas station paying for something, and they were ahead of me, and the guy they paid and left, and the guy behind me taps me on the shoulder and looks at me and says, "They don't belong here." So, well, why the fuck don't they?
Free country.
Well, yeah. You know, we have a family that moved in right across the street from us that are colored, and they're awesome people, nice, polite.
And see,
And
that brings me to the other point I made, Ozzy. If you're white and you're evil, I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna rail against you.
yeah, exactly.
If you're black and you're evil, I'm gonna rail against you, and vice versa. To
Yep.
me, I mean, I know there's shit that goes on, racially motivated things. That's not. I was just trying to make a point that for me, a war against races, a war against political parties, to me, it's all about it's. I want people to save their soul.
Yeah.
I answer to one person. The commander in chief can kiss my ass. The president, I don't answer to him. I don't answer to Lindsey Graham. Fuck him. I don't answer to Vanguard. I answer to one person.
Yep.
And I'm not trying to be a holy roller, and I'm not that person, but it is good versus evil. It is our children's souls that I'm hoping to preserve for future.
Yep. Well, I was going to share a little bit of what happened to that family. I don't think it was racially involved. They've had a lot of race stuff, you know, people just treat them like shit and stuff like that. But it's getting better for them. They kind of endured it and unfortunately kept their mouth shut, which I think has helped them. You know, they used to have a little boy that'd come in the yard and ask for snacks, but call their kid the, you know what, kids, to their face, because that's what his dad called them.
And that goes back, it's taught.
Yep, exactly.
But I want to raise awareness that it's taught on both sides.
Oh, it is.
It is. It's not limited to one side or the other.
Agree with that.
It's
The other story that I was going to share, though, that I said I don't feel it was racially motivated. I think it was the COVID thing. But she'd had a little boy right after she moved in there. And when he was about 6 months old, he'd gotten sick, and they took him into the hospital. And they tested him, and he had, I think it was meningococcal meningitis. They said he needed antibiotics. The hospital refused to treat him and sent him home because it wasn't COVID related. And that little boy is now brain damaged.
That ain't right.
No. Thing is, though, is they told her that she needs to decide what he's going to do with him because he has no value of life. He'll never be able to look around, move his head, nothing. He'll be a vegetable his entire life. She works with him 5 to 10 times a day, and he can now look around, move his head. Which I think is amazing that she's, you know, worked that hard with him.
Does she have any legal recourse to go after them for that shit?
I know they've talked to a lawyer. I don't know if it's gone anywhere.
See, that's the one thing that'll put me 0 to 80 pretty quick is when you start doing shit to children like that. That there was no need for that.
No.
None. I mean, you know, You're absolutely right. The racism flows both ways. I get it. I guess because where I live, I don't see as much of one side as I do the other. Because I'm gonna be honest, I'm on the fringe of the hood.
Right. And that's why I wanted to share, that I personally, I do see it both ways.
Okay,
But
that's good. I
like-
mean, it's not good you're seeing it, but it's good that you have that perspective.
But that's like Saxman said. It's where do you live? It's the regional. But I'm sorry, white lives matter too.
All right, guys. I think we're going to have to wrap things up. He's about to get washed away.
All right. Talk to everybody later.
Thanks for coming on, brother.
Yeah.
I got a hell of a storm going on, y'all. Oh,
Shout out to Bone Crusher. Y'all know I had to drop her the link.
Wow. Well, it's good to see you, Bone Crusher.
Bone Crusher. If Bone Crusher does not come back to the organization, I quit.
I'm sure she's taking care of stuff.
I know she is. She's still a patriot.
Yes, she is.
well, I miss her and Reaper, so
Absolutely. Hadn't been the same without him.
Shout out to Reaper. If you need me to carry you through the cornfield, I still got your back, brother.
Can I say something real quick?
hell yeah.
Okay. So here's how I stand. If you don't know, then that's your responsibility to figure it out. As it stands right now, I'm leaving. Love you guys. Have really enjoyed getting to know some of you, but figure it out.
I would like more context with that, please.
Oh,
He'll-
he dropped out. I don't know what happened.
Okay. Well,
Well,
I feel like a rerun of Angry Viking.
no, I don't believe in the patriot infighting, or patriots should be helping each other. We all have one common goal, and if you don't have that goal, then I don't know what to tell you.
Okay. I agree.
I'll just go ahead and leave my final thoughts. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. Boom.
Hell yeah. Where the hell Saxon at? We ain't gonna have his words of wisdom.
Faxman is eating Fruity Pebbles and watching freaking Popeye. Watching his damn cartoon.
That paints a picture.
Damn, he's probably watching the Powder Puff Girls.
Damn.
Hell yeah.
We love you, Crusher.
Yeah. All right. Well, absentee, what you got, buddy?
Well, this evening was interesting. We ran off in some mud holes a couple times. We hit a mud hole just a minute ago, which I'm still kind of scratching my head over. That being said, I encourage all of you, pay attention to what's going on in this whole investigation. I think we're going to see some fuckery afoot for the DNC against the commander-in-chief. Yes, I'm calling him that not because I respect it, but because I just thought it'd be humorous. And of course, like I always say, stay strapped, stay dangerous, and keep your head on a swivel. Be safe out there.
Absolutely. So I'm going to address a couple things before we get off of here. So the Greg Kelly situation, look, I know it went off on a tangent and everything, but I don't give a shit about Greg Kelly. I watched a couple videos of his, don't care. But you really don't know who you're dealing with, especially up front. You have to pay close attention to figure out what somebody's actually about. One thing I can tell y'all, you'll never see me pander for money. You'll never see me ask for anything of you except for your support. That's all I ask. Come on here, get information. If you got feedback, let us know. We'll address it. We'll talk about pretty much anything if y'all haven't figured that out yet. We just got to stick together, everybody. I mean, no infighting. We got to cut all that out. That's the problem now. You know, we've got enough chaos without adding to it. So we just need to kind of stick together. And that's the only way we're going to get through this. I mean, there's several of you here that's been around me for a long time, back with the AV day. I promise you, the support that I gave those guys, do I feel like a jackass for it? I do in the end. Okay. I put my best foot forward in that organization and it failed. So not on my behalf, but by their own doings. But it's water under the bridge. We move forward. Okay. That's what we got to do. Keep pushing. All right. With all that being said, love y'all. Okay. I'm here for you. T's here for you. Palmetto, she's here every now and then for you.
Some of y'all.
And Sax, man, he's here. You know, I mean, we're here.
Oh, hell no.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, y'all be safe out there. Keep your eye on the prize. I think some good things could come out of the house situation. And anybody that chooses not to be part of the group, that's, you know, their loss. Whatever. I would prefer y'all to stick around. We like bringing everybody together. That's what the goal is. But anyway, so yeah, we went way off out in the woods and in the weeds and everything tonight, but it's fine. It's fine. That's what we're here for, to entertain. I hope y'all are entertained. I got a little break in the weather, so it doesn't sound like popcorn, so I wanted to say a little bit. But other than that, y'all stay safe, okay? We'll see y'all next Tuesday. We'll be right back on here. Absentee, Palmetto, thank y'all for coming by. Hillbilly, appreciate you coming on. Ozzy, Saxman, and Ranger J.
And Vanguard, could you pin up there Bone Crusher's last message?
Absolutely.
Always forward, never behind or backwards, not going back.
That's
it.
right.
You
Anybody
keep your eyes forward. That's where you're headed.
Anybody who wants to stand still or do nothing, your baggage.
Absolutely. Keep moving.
Keep
All right, well,
moving.
y'all take care, and we'll see y'all on the next one. See y'all next Tuesday. Take care, everybody.
Night, everybody.